So welcome to part two. So in this part, I'm going to talk about data and large amounts of numbers and really where I get that data, uh, where I got that data was from the survey here. Okay, and so now let's take a look at the actual data. And how about we just focus on this part here. So here we have, I just put in all of the numbers here. So for figure 3, this is just meat versus vegetarian. That's that first question. This first question here. Okay. That is all of the answers. Okay, so we got, I'd say around 40 responses. So about 40 people told us. And around same for food waste. Okay, and just looking at it, food waste, there's a lot of 50s, and so then I plotted the graphs. So I made graphs from these, and it's not actually that hard. So I'm using Excel, Microsoft Excel, um, and so what I can do here is just grab this and I can insert a graph, a histogram. It's called a histogram, but you don't need to know that. And then we can write a chart title. So the question is, how much of one lunchbox do you eat at SB? So that is the title. And then we can also add these axes titles. So remember we talked about this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. So we can write a title for that as well. So for the bottom, this is the percentage of um, food eaten of, or we can say of the lunchbox eaten, right? And for this one, we can see, we can say this is the number of people, right? And if I look at these are not very pretty numbers, but we can just adjust those numbers. So we can change those numbers. It's not that difficult, but I will not explain this that much. But I'm going to just say, okay, we want the lower end to be 25, and then we only need 3 bins, so 3 categories. Let's see if that works out, and it's nice and pretty, and it looks just like this one, which I made before. So, yep. So now let's take a closer look at figure 4. So we can make some observations about this. We can look at it and say, lots and lots of people actually eat around 75% of the food. That means that about there's a lot of people actually still leave some food. So we're wasting quite a bit of food. If you think about this whole area here, all of these people, they are wasting food. Only these people, only about 9 people out of about 40 people, so I'd say 25% actually eat all of their food. And we can see something similar with the meat and vegetarian. And so for this, we have meat, which is This is the percentage of meat lunches chosen at the bottom, and then the number of people on the left here. And so you can see that there's quite a lot of people that are kind of in the middle, 50-50. But most people are actually still getting meat lunches, and not a lot of people are getting getting more vegetarian lunches. So that's something that you can see in this graph.